Hello Quest, this is Jonathan. I'm here for your newsletter this week. I hope you're having a great spring break week. For those of you who have spring breaks, sleep in, stay up late, enjoy spring break. For those of you who don't have spring break, bummer. Don't sleep in too much and don't stay up too late, but enjoy the fact that other people get to. So spring breaks this week. This Sunday is Palm Sunday. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. And before we get to that, I want to tell you about an event coming up. So for the men of Quest, I want to invite you to Man Camp. It is April 19th through the 21st. Grab one of these flyers at church. It has more details. Man Camp is put on by Young Life, and we are encouraging the men of Quest to grab their buddies and go down to Man Camp. They're going to be exploring big questions about who God is and what it looks like to live for Him. It's going to be a great weekend that they're putting on, and we get to send our guys down to go connect with God and each other. So go to check it out on the website, Quest website. There's a link to it where you can sign up, or you can grab one of these flyers, snag the QR code, and it'll take you to the sign up website, which is all through Young Life. And men, sign up. It'll be great weekend coming up in just about a month. So I also want to take a little bit of time to talk about this Sunday. So this Sunday is Palm Sunday, the week before Easter, and we've been in this series in the Gospel of Matthew for quite a while now. And about last summer, we did this passage on the triumphal entry on Palm Sunday. And usually we want to touch base on it to at least a degree on a Sunday, because it's a profound event that marks this great moment of expectation around Jesus' coming to Jerusalem that final week. But we also know the end of the week ends in some really dark places with a lot of mess. So what happens that week? What's going on with Palm Sunday? We wanted to take this newsletter and just take a couple minutes to unpack some of the ideas and recap those events, because for the disciples, it was really fresh in their memory. It's only a few days between then and the crucifixion and the Lord's Supper and the teaching and the Mount of Olives and all the pieces of that week and his death and resurrection. This lies at the forefront of that. So it's found in each of the Gospels where Jesus returns to Jerusalem for Passover week. It's that Sunday, and he's traveled up from Caesarea Philippi down south over 100 miles, and they walk a lot. But that final mile or two, he gets on a donkey. He sends his disciples forward, says, "Get a donkey. I'm going to ride in on that." And Zechariah 9 prophesied. He said, people of Israel, behold, your king is coming to you, gentle and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. It's a royal expectation around a donkey that the king would come. He would ride on a donkey. So it's a royal identifying claim when Jesus says, "Get the donkey. We're going in this last entry into Jerusalem." So there's a lot of expectations that come with his claims to be a Messiah, anointed by God, the true king, all of that. But on the flip side, it's not coming on the war horse. It's not coming in with the big military, with all the equipment and all of that. He's coming on a donkey, not a horse. And there's just, I think, this unique tension that was playing out for them in their day. They wanted a political warrior Messiah, or at least a large group of Jewish people did. They wanted a Messiah who would come and kick out Rome, that would deliver them finally, because they were under the oppressive powers of Rome, and they were hurting them and killing them and taxing them and ruling over them, and they longed for a Messiah who would come and rescue them. They're waiting for that, longing for that. And for about 150 years, there's this increasing movement of revolution that is stirring, beginning with the Maccabees and on. And part of that, in that process, palm branches became symbols, not just for Israel, but symbols of hope for the violent revolution against Rome, for freedom, for Israel. So palm branches, there's coins that have palm branches on them, some that say, "For the redemption of Zion." It is a nationalistic hope that God will bring the king who will come and finally sort this all out and kick out the bad guys and purify the temple and all the things. And so palm branches have this other expectation of what the king will be. And Jesus, as he comes on the donkey, though. He comes not just to take up the sword, but to take the sword, to die himself, to give his life as a sacrifice for you and for me. And so when he comes on triumphal entry on Palm Sunday, there's all this political tension swirling around. And that's part, I think, why the crowds turn on him so quickly. Why they say, "We want Barabbas," who is a violent revolutionary against Rome, that he's a known terrorist against Rome. They say, we want him instead of Jesus. And I think it's part because Jesus doesn't meet their expectations of what a Messiah would do. But Jesus came to fight the battle for us, but it's a deeper battle. It's the battle against sin and death, and he takes it to the cross and the grave and his resurrection. So that's all swirling around politically, socially, for the people in their day and age. And that event, Palm Sunday, is on the horizon of these final moments leading up to Jesus' death. So it's profound. It's a really important story that's probably fresh on the memory as disciples. There's this high point, there's all this energy, and then it nosedives as people reject Jesus, deny Jesus, betray Jesus, then mock him and crucify him and torture him and all of that. It is a high moment that is very quickly turning a different way. So it's a unique historical element, but it's a profound theological truth that God has come to redeem his people as the true king. So that's Palm Sunday. Just wanted to spend a little bit of time to flesh it out and bring it back to mind, because Sunday we're going to be focusing more on these last moments before his resurrection, before Easter, with his burial. So that's going to be this Sunday. We'll touch on Palm Sunday, but it'll have this understanding. Keep this in your mind. It'll help keep these events fresh as we come to worship on Sunday. We hope you can make it. Again, men, sign up for Man Camp, and we will see you in just a few days. Bye, Quest. See you then.